Amoonguss is the most used support Pokemon. In every generation it's been released in, it has wreaked havoc on the opponent's enjoyment of the game. And the only thing keeping the move Spore balanced is the fact that all of its users are slow or aren't tanky enough to get an attack off. But Amoonguss is tanky in exchange for its speed. But the fact is, its speed isn't even that much of a problem. The first way Amoonguss' speed stat is helpful is the obvious one, Trick Room. Trick Room makes the slow Pokemon move first, so Amoonguss is actually fast under Trick Room. Obviously you can't leave Pokemon like Torka out of the equation, who are so ridiculously slow that Amoonguss outspeeds it out of Trick Room. That's what Terra's for though. Terra Water Amoonguss can put the opposing fire types to sleep, while taking little damage from incoming fire attacks. But the thing about Trick Room is that you have to consider the fact you need a Trick Room team in order for it to function well. Meaning that Trick Room Amoonguss isn't something that you can have on any team. But that's not it. Amoonguss can do well under opponents' Trick Room. If you watch my Houndoom video, you probably know that I brought Houndoom to the Orlando Regionals. Why? Because it has a good matchup into Trick Room teams, and my team struggled with Trick Room. But Amoonguss can function similarly. With a well-positioned Amoonguss and a conserved Terra, Amoonguss destroys Trick Room teams. Although Torkoal isn't as dead as in DD Armarouge, it's still fairly common. So that's why Terra, especially Terra Water, is insane on Amoonguss late game. Since Amoonguss is so bulky, neutral hits from Pokemon like Choice Specs Fluttermane do roughly 50% of its HP. Assuming you're running an item like Citrus Berry, Fluttermane activates the berry and you go up to roughly 75%. Keep in mind, this is without Trick Room. With Trick Room, you move before Fluttermane and can put it to sleep. The only thing you have to worry about is Taunt, which can be a little bit of a problem in closed team sheet, but in an open team sheet, you can usually focus down a Pokemon that runs Taunt and keep Amoonguss safe. But now it's time for the less obvious answer. Amoonguss being slow helps it because you can Spore after all the other Pokemon have moved. Now you may be thinking, wouldn't it be better to move before all of your opponents? Not necessarily. You see, if you move before the opponent, they have a lot more chances to get one turn sleep. By moving first, you can't Spore a Pokemon and put it right back to sleep. They can wake up and attack, but you have to Spore them the next turn. So sure, moving first is good in a lot of cases, being slow is good in others. If you move last, a one-turn sleep actually means 2 turns. Since the target has already moved once in the turn you spored them, they don't actually start the Spore counter, meaning that they guaranteed to take 2 turns of sleep. If you have a partner like Choice Scarf Tusk, who moves before most other things in the format, you can Spore a bulk of Pokemon like Dondozo while you attack with Great Tusk. Dondozo gets an attack off and then it goes night-night. It's guaranteed to take 2 hits from your Great Tusk before it wakes up, meaning that you overall get more hits. Now let's flip the scenario. Imagine your Amoonguss always moves first. You have a Great Tusk, they have a Fluttermane, and you also have your Amoonguss. You could attack in turn 1 with Great Tusk and Spore with Amoonguss. Let's say you use Earthquake and Fluttermane survives on 1 HP. Unfortunate. Now, Fluttermane's sleep counter is at 1, meaning it has a small chance to wake up next turn. Amoonguss uses Spore again. Since Fluttermane is already asleep, it does nothing. But Fluttermane is faster than your Great Tusk, and it gets a 1-turn sleep. Moonblast instant kills your Tusk, and suddenly you went from an almost unlosable situation to an almost unwinnable situation. And that's why Amoonguss being slow is actually a good thing. Thank you all for watching.